All right, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers who store the truth. So like it. In sincerity. Now, this is just an update on what's going on in Venezuela. As you can see, they damn near tearing. I don't know if it's in the specific city apart or however many cities in Venezuela. Hold on, give me a second because I just started that real quick. I think it was in Caracas. Okay. Slakia. Yeah, I guess this is happening in Caracas. I have another article up on the side. Venezuela crisis, dozens injured in clashes in Caracas. Right, this is one of the cities in Venezuela with the most with the highest population rate. If I'm not mistaken, it might just be also the capital. Yep, Caracas, Venezuela, the capital. Yep. So yeah, all this is happening in Caracas, in the capital of Venezuela, which holds the most people. They say, go back, might as well. Yep. It says the largest city in Venezuela is Caracas with a population of 3 million people. Now, it might be more than that, you know. But yeah, yep, this is happening in Caracas. This whole coup d'etat, which the U.S. set up. The Venezuelans are known in the scriptures as Asher. And, this is happening because of the sins that they have done in their past life, because they don't know that they are the children of Israel. Those who are of, that line of the Venezuelans that go all the way back to Asher, and the tribes that they came out of before they even called themselves Venezuelan. But yeah, they represent the children of Israel, Asher. And since they don't know that, the Lord is got them in this uproar. So I'm gonna start with this Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, which is the truth, which is the Bible. The scriptures, the prophets are all over the world pushing the truth via the internet. And the truth has been here for the longest of times, in the days when Venezuela was prospering, So, but it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, right? They didn't want to hear it. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, right? So a lot of the men that's supposed to be out there standing up for the truth, they have been rejected from doing the work of the Lord. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Right. So now them and their children are going through all types of hell, not just because of the riots and stuff that's going on, but because of the sanctions that the U.S. government put on that place, which has people dying from lack of proper, getting proper supplies as far as medicines, food, etc. So that's the Lord judging them, man. And not only that, they worshiping idols because one, they call themselves Venezuelans. Two, the top religion in Venezuela is Catholicism. If that's even a word, but Catholic. Number one religion in Venezuela is being a Catholic. The number two was Protestant. So they not even worshiping the true power that made them in the world. Let me grab that because the Lord said they were going to be doing that anyway. So that is a little more edification on why they're being judged the way they are being judged. And ain't no point in you crying for them, sending up prayers for them, or feeling sorry for them because they're getting the righteous judgment. Those who supposed to get the word gonna get it. Those who supposed to survive until Yahushua come back, everything gonna be made righteous in that time. Slap you. I think it was give me 1 second. Let me look it up. Write it down. Just as a side note, the elite set this up to help bring in a new world order. And them Asharites haven't learned yet, that the U.S. government isn't for them. Same thing that's happening to them happened in multiple countries. Who did the worst, or whose president was killed? Slovakia. Libya. Look at Libya. Once they got took over, or to say going through the same process. Once they got took over, they look like a I don't want to say a third world country, but they don't have no real standing like government and no real prosperity. Their country has yet to be brought back to being like a regular country. Isn't any sound government, nothing over there. I had it. Oh, yeah, KJB. Satan. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. It says, for if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, right? They claim that they Christians. When you look up all the history and whatnot, they claim that they Christians, but they preaching another Jesus. They're not coming in the spirit of Yahushua, because first off, his name isn't Jesus, it's Yahushua. Second, it's not lining up with the scriptures. Yahushua came from the tribe of Judah and was a very dark-skinned man, you know, but they don't believe that down there. Because if they did, then they wouldn't be going through what they're going through, or not even they wouldn't be going through what they'll be going through. We would have them would be like noticed that they would be out there prophesying, and all the above. It'd be made known. Not saying that it ain't happening now, but if they believe down there, oh yeah, it would be made known. But it says, for if he that cometh preaching another Jesus whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit, right? They coming in the wrong spirit, the spirit of love. They wouldn't even be out there rioting right now if they believed in Yahushua. Or if you received another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel, and they have a totally different gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. Right? So they worshiping a whole nother spirit. They're not coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, because they would know that what's going on is prophecy. They wouldn't be up rioting, none of that. None of them. Men, women, children, all of them, But, they would be calling themselves the Asharites. But as you can see, that is non-existent. So they have to go through what they're going through. This next scripture is let me see. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. I'm starting verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right, because the end result of what's going on around the world, including what's going on in Venezuela, is a lot of these nations going to be hit by thermonuclear missiles. And this is the time of Yahushua's return. So this is all prophecy, But it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another." Right, uproars, riots, invading one another, home invasions. People who don't have anything to eat or medicine, they are guaranteed they down there doing home invasions, trying to find stuff that they need to protect themselves, because they might be on some type of medicine, or protect family members. I watched one news clipping that the lady said her husband died because she couldn't get the proper medicine, and she was out there protesting, snapping on the police. And if that isn't, I think that happened in the beginning of this one, if I'm not mistaken. But if it ain't this one, it was one of the previous ones I watched. Yeah, it was one of the previous ones I watched, and she was snapping at the police. She looked like a straight demon too. It says, back to 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." Right, they trying to get Maduro out of office, even if they got to kill him. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. So the government down there, they got the control right now. I'm not saying that they're going to lose control, but it's going to come a point in time, and especially in America, where it's going to be all hell that hell that break loose. Everybody gonna be killing each other and stuff out. That's what's gonna happen in America. America gonna get it the worst. But what you see happening over there is just a little tidbit. Same thing that's gonna happen over here. Same thing that's gonna happen over here. Just gonna happen the worst over there. But let me see. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 30, verse 14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution, mind, than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Death is better. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sicknesses. Right, and you know what they're going through is just it's sicknesses. They get these people watching their family members perish from continual sicknesses, you know, and then they don't eat the right type of foods no way. When you look up some of the foods that they eat, you know, pork is involved somewhere, you know, and a lot of them are sick and be, you know, just like the Americans, they're addicted to drugs and stuff from, you know, acid reflux or, you know, all these little diseases and shit that come with them being sick because they don't eat the proper food, you know, and they watching their family members suffer. So that's fueling the fire. But it's all stemming back to the devil, Esau, the white man. Why? Because he put the sanctions on the country. He devalued the currency that made these countries money inflate, which got their people rioting on top of sending the agents up in there and stuff, and got these people dying now. This devil, this white man, the Lord gave him the power to take peace from the earth, man, and he's been doing it, man. This is Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the later time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Right, and they've been walking in pride over there. They don't eat, they don't follow the dietary laws, they don't call themselves who they are according to the Bible, the truth. You know, they eat the wrong foods, they worship the wrong gods, so they have to go through this. You know, even from the president on down. And Esau is being used by the Lord as the Lord's whooping stick. Salakia, I can. But sooner than later, Esau is going to get his judgment. So all this is according to prophecy. It's just up to us to just sit back and watch and let it happen. You know, get ourselves prepared for it to come over here to America. Because if you actually been watching these clippings, you see that it's all type of chaos going on. Picture not being able to go to the store and buy food or get medicine, you know, or your daily necessities. Picture not being able to get nothing and having to sit back and watch these people riot, kill each other, rape behind seditions that's going on. I can guarantee you that not only is they rioting against the government, it's all the types of infightings between them peoples and whatnot. Those who might have views to stand with the government versus those who hate the government. They already showing you it when you watch America. America is a prime example. Pro every time, or Russia or Paris, pro government protesters face off against anti-government protesters. Same thing in America. Black Lives Matter protesters versus some racist white Edomite group. You know, that's the same thing that's going on. Same thing that's going on over here. Same thing that's going over there. Vice versa. You know, it's all types of riots and stuff going on. You know, they might even have little race riots going on over there besides these seditions and stuff, man. So you know, the news only gonna tell you small pieces, but the scripture's gonna give you the full understanding. You just gotta look for it. That's when watching the prophecies come in at. But I'm gonna end it with this scripture right here. This is Jeremiah chapter 11 verse 14. Therefore, pray not for this people, because you know how your church pastor have you wanting to pray for them because what they're going through is all types of crazy to you. I asked one of the women that I don't work with her, but I do drop off. I drop students off. One of the teachers. I asked what was going on in Venezuela tour, and she told me everything that was going on. But they always mention, you know, it's a shame what he's doing to his people. How he's and then she gave shit that he was doing and whatnot. But it's actually the U.S. government that's fueling him doing what he's doing to his people. She ain't got the backhand story to it. She ain't got all the information on it. And even if she do has all the information she showed and said to me, a lot of these people are afraid to speak up because a lot of them do know. You know, but it says Jeremiah 11:14. Therefore, pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. Right, because they didn't want to hear the truth out the gate, out the beginning. The truth been out for a while now, you know? So, without me rubbing it in all the way, I like to start by saying, I pray to Yahweh Shema Shai, by Shema Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that were well, and salutations to the brothers that is doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.